And welcome back to Sports the NEMO Way, the second baseman episode. And yes, we are here to discuss the three greatest second basemen in the history of baseball. So I don't think I have any announcements to go over. We are guest free today. So I guess I will go to Drew here. Drew, who is your number 3 second baseman?
My number 3 is Roberto Alomar.
Oh. That's my third.
And that's also my third.
There you go.
Alex Ray.
He did not make my list.
Nope. All right.
But I do like Roberto Alomar.
Yeah.
Grew up watching him play.
12-time All-Star, 2 World Series, 10-time Gold Glove, 4-time Silver Slugger, ALS MVP. He has 2,724 hits, 210 home runs, and he batted 300 for his career.
Yeah.
So, that was a good all-around player for number 3 spot at second base.
That was pretty solid. You have 10 Gold Gloves and you bat 300 for your career.
That's
Pretty badass.
That's what I thought too when I saw that. I'm like, yeah.
Plus, he stole like between 400 and 500 bases or something like that too.
He's one of those guys that if they had it when he played, he would be a platinum glove owner.
Yeah.
That's how good a defender he was.
Yeah, he was good.
And I mean, and it wasn't just like just a slap hitter either. I mean, he had over 200 home runs, which is decent for good for a second baseman. 1,100 RBIs. So I mean, he was doing more than just slapping it down the line or up the middle real quick. I mean, he was doing a little more damage than that. So.
I would agree. He's a good player. He got a lot of thought on my list. I just decided to go. He was one of those guys I talked about off air that I was really in heavy consideration for my third spot, and I ended up just going with somebody else. Ray, did you look him up at all, or did you?
No, there were the couple I talking my considerations. Jeff Kent was a strong consideration for 3, and then Craig Biggio was also a strong 3. But no.
I really like Craig Biggio, but I did not give him a ton of consideration. But I also considered Jeff Kent very heavily for my 3 spot.
Yeah, I almost put Jeff Kent on. He's probably my number 4, to be honest, or 5. I just wasn't sure about BGO because he played everywhere.
Yeah.
To be completely honest.
Yeah, his predominant position ends up being second base, but he played all 3 outfield spots. He played catcher.
Yeah,
so. Oh yeah, I forgot him playing catcher. Yeah.
So I kind of didn't veered away from that, but he was really good.
Does anybody else have anything to add on Alomar before we move on?
No.
So he was all 3 of your 3s?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so Ray, who would be your number 3, sir?
Roger Hornsby.
Okay.
Roger Hornsby is my number 1.
He's my number 1.
He's my number 1.
He's my number 2.
Okay.
Unanimous.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, let me put that on the list, yeah. Well, I guess my number 1's going to be very wild then.
Oh, boy. What do you got up your sleeve, Ray?
Hornsby was... I'd like to have seen him play.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was super impressive.
Well, when you finish your career with a .358 batting average, and you have 7 batting titles, 2 Triple Crowns, and 4 years over 400.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He also almost had 1,600 RBIs.
Yeah.
So he was knocking people in.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. 300 home runs.
And a couple MVPs. That was before Silver Sluggers and Gold Gloves, but he did have a couple MVPs.
Ray, do you got anything to add?
The stolen bases. 135 is pretty good. Triple Crowns kind of shot out at me because nobody else on who I was looking at had any Triple Crowns.
I can't think of a second baseman to win a Triple Crown.
No. I mean, to be honest, overall, the second baseman's probably the weakest offensive position.
I would say it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's offensively, it's pretty. I don't want to say they're all really weak, but compared to other positions, it's
They're not
it's the weakest.
cranking home runs or
So when your second baseman bats 400, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and has 1,600 RBIs almost and
Yeah.
300 home runs. Yeah. He was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, one year he batted 401 with 42 home runs.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
Now, I'll give it to you that it was in 1922.
Right.
But that's still really... I mean, another year he batted 424 with 25 home runs, and he batted 403 with 39 home runs.
what was his on base percentage the year for 424?
507,
Wow. Means he's on base half the time.
Yeah.
which is like, yeah. I mean,
It's nuts.
we talk about like guys now. We're like, man, their on base percentage is 380.
Yeah.
Like, look how awesome that is.
And he was over 500. Yeah.
His batting average was another 60
Yeah.
over it, and then
Yeah.
I mean, his OPS that season is 1203.
Wow.
it's crazy.
I mean, his career OPS is over 1,000.
That's insane.
So, yeah, he also had over 1,000 career walks, which is, a good reason why his on-base percentage is so high. So, yeah, Roger Hornsby did a little bit of everything there. I think the only knock on him is the time period he played in.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not like we're talking about the 50s and 60s, like we were talking about some of those some guys in basketball and football. Like we're talking the 50, like he came in like 1915 or something.
He played 100
Yeah.
years
He was
ago.
playing 100 years ago.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, 1915 was his rookie year.
So yeah.
Which I'll be honest with you, time is why I didn't put Napoli LJ on my list, because his numbers are ridiculous too. But he started playing in the 1800s.
Yeah, I didn't really look too much at the 1800 guys.
When we started changing another like century, like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, things were just so much different back then.
Well, the baseball wasn't even hard then.
It's just mind-boggling. how
That's why I
things-
struggle with Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb is obviously an all-time great, but they call that time period the sock ball time period. The ball was not hard. You could catch it on your bat and fling it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
That's why we're talking about, like, Ty Cobb batted over 400 like 6 times. Well, like, hit it where you're not. It's a lot easier for me to hit it where you're not
if I can
when I
hold
can
it,
aim the ball and fling it there.
if I can hold it on my bat, and
You know what I'm saying? Like,
if I can
it's-
keep it on my bat and wait before I let it go, like
yeah,
that's
it's like
There's a lot of guys from back then that are just
Like,
even
Ty-
at second base.
Ty Cobb batted with like a foot between his hands. That's how Ty Cobb batted, like this, with like 12 inches between his hands. You couldn't bat that way today.
Not to no.
no. If you try to bat like
It's like bunting. He's batting like guys bunt.
Right.
Like, anyway, I'm going on a Ty Cobb tangent. All right, so I think that's all we got on old Hornsby for now. Does anybody? Oh, I have a 3 left. I guess I'm the only one.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Rod Carew.
I thought about Rod. The thing that got me was the splitting the time with first and second, and I didn't know really what to do with him.
Well, I thought
was a great hitter.
I thought we decided last week that we were going to list him at second base.
Right. Yeah, we did.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, he's an 18-time All-Star. He has 7 batting titles. He has an MVP, a Rookie of the Year. Obviously, he's a Hall of Famer. He has over 3,000 hits. He's a career batting average of 328. He has 350 stolen bases. His on-base percentage is 393. And be honest with you, for a guy that was a slap hitter, Wade mentioned slap hitters earlier, his slugging percentage is 429. Not to say that's like, oh my God, but it's decent. It's not like he didn't hit many home runs, but he did get doubles and triples to help his slugging percentage. His career OPS is 822. So yeah, so am I the only one with Rod Carew, I guess?
Yeah.
Yep.
I do not have him.
I don't have him.
Yep.
I did look at him for a while.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. All three guys we've talked about, they all start with RO.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even think about that.
Roberto, Roger, and Rod. He also led the league in hits 3 times, led the league in triples twice. He, like I said, he has 7 batting titles. He led the league in on-base percentage 4 times. He led the league in OPS 1 year.
Yeah, he was just an amazing hitter. That's what I remember about Correa was all the time, batting title after batting title, and average is always up there.
Yeah. And he played quite a while. He played 19 years. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got on Rod Crew. All right. I assume we have quite a few number 2s left in this room.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got my number 2.
All right, go ahead, Drew.
My number 2 is Joe Morgan.
He's
My number 2.
He's my number 2.
my number 1.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, didn't have him, Ray. Okay.
Well, I'm done. That's all 3 of my guys.
Yeah, that's all 3 of my guys.
too.
Yeah, it's
They're
my
all
3.
up there.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm just hoping I got the right people in the right positions then.
Well, who did you just say him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
go
said
ahead.
it. Oh,
Go
okay. Where's it at here? 10-time All-Star, 2 MVPs, 2 rings. He's got 5 Gold Gloves, a Silver Slugger, and 2. Is that 2 Major League Players of the Year? Or
Yeah.
it's some of those old guys have. I don't know if that's the same as like the MVP, and they just name that differently. So I don't know.
I saw that as well.
Yeah, it's 2,517 hits, 268 home runs, and he batted 271. So
He's part of the Big Red Machine.
that too, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Led the league in hits, or runs, 1 year. Led the league in triples 1 year. He led the league in walks 4 times. Led the league in on-base percentage 4 times. Slugging percentage once. OPS twice. Guy was a beast. And how many second basemen can we say have multiple MVPs?
Yeah.
Again, not too many.
He and Roger Hornsby.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
That's
I
why.
felt like I was pretty comfortable with those 2, and then it's like, all right, I got several guys I'm looking for that 3rd spot.
He also has almost 700 stolen bases.
Yeah. He's amazing.
I will say this, though. I was slightly surprised his batting average was 270.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that was-
thought it would be higher.
Yeah, me too. Not that 270 is garbage, but I would have expected him to be around 300.
Mm.
But yeah, I really like Joe Morgan. I think he does a really good job in the booth.
I do too. Yeah, I like him as an announcer as well.
All right. Well, does anybody else have anything to add about Joe Morgan?
Mm-mm.
No. By the way, tiny guy,
Yeah, he went.
Yeah,
big.
no, he was not big.
5'7", 160.
Wow.
I mean, all of us are.
Yeah.
Ray, how big are you?
Like my height or weight?
Both.
Probably like 130, 5'10", 130.
You got
Gotcha.
it.
Used to be 5'10", 160, but that was a time long ago.
All right. Well, I guess that just leaves Ray with 1 guy left, right?
I
Right.
got 2 left.
You got 2 left.
Oh,
Yeah.
who do you had Hornsby?
All I had is Hornsby so
So
far.
Hornsby's unanimous.
Okay, all right.
All right. Well, what you got,
Very
Ray?
All
curious.
right, for number 2, from the list I looked up, Jackie Robinson is number 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not a bad pick
I
at
can,
all.
yeah,
I don't make fun of that
It's
pick.
very
one of
good
the
pick.
guys I thought about.
Yeah.
I-
I thought I looked at him.
Well, after I put him down, I felt like, didn't he play a little outfield at one point?
I think he did play some other spots.
Then he played first
I'm
for
not
a little
sure.
while too.
I think he may have played first
I
some
got
too.
you. He played 745 games at second, 200 games at first, 250 games at third, 34 games at short, 150 games in left, 1 game in right, and yeah, that's it.
So yeah, he played a lot of different
Yeah.
places.
Well, at least the biggest chunk is second, though.
Yeah,
it is the
that-
biggest
yeah.
one. Yeah.
So yeah, Hall of Famer, MVP, Rookie of the Year, 7-time All-Star, World Series title, batting title, and a batting average of .313. So quintessential legend.
Yeah.
So thought I'd put him at 2.
Yeah.
No, that's a good pick.
Yep. I think it's
No,
a
I,
very good pick.
I thought I was really expecting something more off the wall than Jackie Robinson. When you said Jackie Robinson, I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, here comes Jose Altuve. Let's do it.
Somebody I thought
Well, hopefully he's not your number one, but I really thought you were going to say, like, Robinson Cano or something. I don't.
Oh, just wait for number one.
Oh, no.
So that was your number 2, Ray?
Yeah.
So we're waiting on your number 1 second baseman.
Yep.
All right, let's see what you got.
Ryan Sandberg.
Oh, okay. Again, another guy I considered.
Somebody
Yeah.
I seriously
good.
considered for my
Yeah.
number 3.
Okay.
Hall of Famer, MVP, 10-time All-Star, home run derby champ, 9-time Gold Glover, 7-time Silver Slugger, Major League Player of the Year, and he ended with a 285 batting average and 2386 hits. So,
Yep.
No, he's
and
great.
and the reason I put Jeff Kent on because good batting, shitty fielding.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least Ryan Sandberg I thought was the most balanced, probably
Yeah.
out of the 3 guys that I chose. So I had to put
Yeah.
Ryan Sandberg at first.
Well, with him playing for the Cubs and me being a Cardinal fan, I saw Ryan play a lot.
We saw his last ever game.
We were at his very last ever game.
Mhm.
Yeah. Used to get tickets for the last game of the season at Busch, and one year it was the Cubs, and it happened to be Ryan Sandberg's last game.
Well, this really boils down Ryan Sandberg for you. He's not really elite at anything, but he won 7 Silver Sluggers and 9 Gold Gloves.
Right.
That's legit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is.
I mean,
no doubt.
Like, I'm the best hitter in my position 7 times, and I'm the best fielder at my position 9 times.
Yeah.
Like,
And I was the best player 1 year.
yeah, and I have an MVP.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I definitely considered him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And 344 stolen bases for the man.
Yeah, 344.
and he
That's
wasn't
nice.
a little man.
No.
No, he was a good sized guy.
Yeah.
No, you're looking at 6'1", 175 is what he's listed
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, 6'1" for a second baseman is kind of rare.
Mm-hmm.
And normally they're short little guys. Like,
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah. The only other real big one I can think of is like Robinson Cano.
yeah, he's big.
Jeff Kent's pretty decent size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
He was.
I mean, like we can go look at the guys that we all had. Alomar's 6 foot, 184.
Hmm.
Hornsby is 5'11", 175.
175.
Carew is 6 foot, 170. We talked about Morgan. He's 5'7", 160. Jackie Robinson is 5'11", 195. So I mean, Sandberg's the biggest. And
They list Hornsby at 175.
yeah,
That's it. Oh.
The guy's name that came up that I saw, but it was, I don't know how old it was, but it was pretty old. Eddie Collins.
yeah. Eddie
Anybody
Collins.
else see him?
Yeah,
I read about him.
Yeah.
No, I mean Eddie Collins again. He's another really old guy, but his numbers are elite.
Yeah, it's like 333 batting average. He only had 47 homers, but 3,300 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously before Silver Sluggers and Gold Gloves, but he had an MVP and 6 World Series. Was he a Yankee?
Probably.
Can I take it?
No, I thought he played for the Tigers.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
When you think that made championships, you immediately think Yankees.
He's the second
maybe
base
I wrote
Yankee.
that down wrong, but I had him for like
who cares
6
if he had
World
47
Series.
home runs and everyone else on his team?
Who knows?
6
Baseball's been around
6
so
World
long.
Series. He played for Philadelphia, so the Athletics,
Okay.
the White Sox, and back to the Athletics.
Now the Athletics have a lot of championships that you don't think about.
Yeah.
Just none
'cause
recently.
I think Yankees are number 1, and I think Cardinals are
Cardinals
2.
are 2.
And I think Athletics are number 3.
Well, way back in the day, they had like 3 or 4 Hall of Famers that played together, like in the early 1900s, and like a
Oh.
Hall of Fame coach and everything.
Isn't it the Athletics? Aren't the Giants next?
Maybe.
Because I think those A's, back when the Yankees were, if I have my right era, time period right, back when they were utterly dominant with like Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth,
Mm-hmm.
they were defeated by the A's a handful of times, and the A's would go on and win the World Series because they had a bunch of Hall of Famers. If I'm thinking of the right time period.
I think it is.
Eddie Collins is the all-time leader in sacrifice hits.
Huh.
That's not something I look at career leaders in, but
Right.
it's on here, so I thought I'd say it. Yeah, he led the league in runs 3 times. He led the league he had 81 stolen bases in a season once.
That's pretty impressive.
That's Ricky Henderson stuff, man.
Yeah.
If you talk about the stolen base record, you got like Ricky Henderson's way out there by himself, and then Lou Brock, and then other people just start trickling in.
Tim Raines and Vince Coleman and stuff.
Yeah. And then they just fall off. Like they're like Ricky Henderson's up there by himself.
He's at like 1,400 or something stupid. Lou Brock's at like 900, like just below 1,000.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm talking about with these guys that played forever ago, because he came in 1906, okay? He's a career .333 batting average, okay, which is elite.
Right.
He has a bunch of seasons over 350. He had a season where he's 370. He had a 360. All these times. He never won a batting title.
Jeez.
You'd win a batting title easily. If you did that now, you get it.
Batting 300 gets you in the like right now. Like I was just looking at it the other day. Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop for the Red Sox, is batting like 309. So nice season, but not like oh my god like this. He's tied for third in the batting title race.
Right.
Well,
You know,
Goldschmidt, he's batting 328. I think he leads the National League.
He probably leads the majors. I can't remember who was winning, but it might be him. Yeah.
Because I got an update down on ESPN that says Goldschmidt's approaching the Triple Crown because he's hitting these home runs here recently.
Mhm.
He's only 5 home runs behind Schwarber, and he's leading the league in batting average and RBIs. He's close, so he has a chance, but he's going to catch Schwarber, and he's at 29. But I don't know how many RBIs he has, but 29 home runs and batting 328.
Well, try and get us back on track just a little bit. I believe, I could be wrong because I'm trying to remember first baseman, but I believe this is the most guys we've ever had for one of our positions so far, with 6. Because we only had 4 catchers. I remember that for sure.
Yeah, I was the only one.
But I think we only had 5 first basemen.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
So, yeah, I think 6 is the biggest number we've had to deal with so far. But we had a unanimous. Who was it? Was it Hornsby?
Hornsby, yeah.
Hornsby is our unanimous, so Hornsby's on the list.
Yeah.
So I can delete him, but so that means we have 5 guys for 2 spots.
Man, and they're all good.
They are. I mean, we're looking at all Hall of Famers.
Oh, yeah.
A few of them have MVPs. Carew, Morgan, and Sandberg all have MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's tough.
Roberto has 3. Rod has 1. Joe has 4. Jackie has 1. And Ryan has 1. So it's...
So how do we want to do this, guys?
How many had Alomar?
3.
3.
3 of us.
How many had Crew?
1.
Wasn't there a lot of Joe Morgan?
Yeah, I think 4 of us did.
I think everybody but Ray, I think.
Yeah.
4. And then
1 and 1.
1 and 1. All right.
I mean, they're all
worthy.
legit.
Yeah,
they're all
legit. I don't have a problem with any of them.
Yes, I'm not going to be mad
So
if...
we got Hornsby.
Well, let's just go with the obvious here at first. What do we need to do to talk you into Joe Morgan? I mean, this is a red. I thought you for sure have a red, right?
Well, I mean, you would think, but I mean, there's so many great players. Like sometimes you just gotta not be biased, I guess. Trying to think who I would give up to make Morgan a 5. I just don't want to sound blasphemous, giving up one of them or the other.
Well, let me ask you this,
Okay.
okay? We're not talking about like Mount Rushmore. We're talking about greatness on the field.
Right.
Unlike what we did with football. So, if we take away Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier, is Jackie Robinson really on the level? I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying that.
Right. No. Right.
I mean, that's not what I'm saying. He's a Hall of Fame baseball player.
I mean, you got a point.
But compared to Joe Morgan, so you have 2 MVPs and 2 Major League Player of the Years.
Who had Rod Crew?
I did.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you.
You will you?
Yeah. I'll take Big J off if you take Rod off.
He likes these deals.
Yeah, I remember a deal back in football.
Which worked out pretty well, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got picked on if I remember correctly.
Poor Drew.
Why?
Because there's one vote there.
Yeah, remember?
Or one vote for Crew.
Oh, I know. I see the one vote.
Yeah, I got.
How about
I'm
this
just
rule?
saying that if we take those two off the board,
That leaves you with Ryan Sandberg.
Can I convince you something of Ray?
yeah, let me hear it.
Joe Morgan. Yeah, I put Joe Morgan at 1 because I thought he was the best all-around second baseman, and he didn't play 100 fucking years ago. So, yeah. 1, he was like a 5-time Gold Glover, so he was great on defense. Then he has more hits than Sandberg, more doubles, more triples, almost the amount of home runs, more RBIs, over double the amount of stolen bases, triple his walks, a much higher on-base percentage, and more total bases, all than Sandberg.
You fuckers.
Sandberg does have 2 more Gold Gloves. So, I mean, there's something. But Morgan also has multiple MVPs and other stuff. But
So if I go the Joe Morgan route, what are we going to do about Alomar? Because he's definitely not. He's only got 3, so he's not unanimous.
You keep shifting to other people.
Because-
We're talking about Joe Morgan.
I know. I'm just trying to knock out one of yours for Joe Morgan. I thought I just made a good case for Joe Morgan over Sandberg. Did that sound unreasonable or reasonable?
But I do like Ryan Sandberg.
He is good.
Yeah, he had Ryan Sandberg at 1.
Yeah, that's number
so
1.
Sandberg is good.
Can we get rid of Jackie for Joe for you?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Can we get rid of Jackie? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. Okay.
All right. So Joe's on now.
Yes.
Joe's on. So I'll
Joe's
put
on.
put
All right.
X.
So
That's
Roger and Joe.
So we're looking at Alomar, Carew, and
Sandberg.
Sandberg.
Sandberg. And I mean, those are.
Okay, so let me just ask the Alomar guys. Why did you decide on Alomar over Carew or Sandberg or whoever else you were considering?
For me, I was looking at Sandberg, Robinson, Carew. I liked Alomar's 10 Gold Gloves,
Mhm.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
and I really did.
From what I read in the article, they said out of all the all-time great second basemen, there were 3 of them that were anywhere from below average to terrible defenders. Rod Carew is one of them. The other ones were Hornsby. He was unanimous. And the other one was Jeff Kent.
Yeah, Kent wasn't.
And then the other guys, while Rod Carew was a phenomenal average hitter, some of the other guys had similar on-base percentages than he did and were much better defensively and had much more power.
And Alomar, for me, to go over Sandberg, he had 2 World Series. Which, I mean...
Well, you can't fault Sandberg for that because Cubs are trash.
I know, you
The
can't.
Cubs are trash.
He won
yeah.
play for the Cubs.
I will say this is probably the sport that the titles mean the least with.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
fine,
I
right?
agree. Hit wise, Alomar's got like 200 more hits. He's got.
Then who are we talking about?
I'm talking about Sandberg. And
Oh,
Alomar,
Sandberg.
sorry. 70 less home runs, but 15 points higher batting average. Batted 300 to 285. And then, like I said, they both had a lot of Gold Gloves. It was close. I mean, I thought about both of them.
I'm okay with Alomar.
Okay.
Okay.
I grew up watching Sandy Alomar too, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Oh, your Uncle Derek loved Sandy Alomar.
yeah,
We went because he played for of course, Cleveland.
Yeah.
And I actually, for his birthday one year, took him to KC to watch the Royals and Indians play, and he got to go down and meet him.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
he got to walk down to the railing, and a bunch of the players came out, and Alomar came over and talked to him, and it was cool.
That's cool. Jimmy, Alex, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure, was it Jimmy that said that we would talk about how Manny Ramirez would act outside of the
Yes.
Indians?
Yes.
It's so ridiculous. Oh, I didn't want to say something else. You were talking about meeting Uncle Derek, getting to meet him. Jimmy was talking about how Manny Ramirez would act outside the Cleveland Indian Stadium, and he was not a nice guy. Apparently, he was kind of rude and would act like he didn't know English and would just ignore you and just go just like, but he'd go talk English to women, and then like he just quite the character, I guess.
Douchers with money.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at? Roberto Alomar?
Yeah. Now you're down 4-1 on both.
Yeah. All right, I'll concede. We don't need to be here an hour and a half for this one. Boop. There you go.
Really, Sandberg and Alomar aren't really that far apart.
No.
They're very similar.
That's the two that I came down to at the end. And there might be a little Cardinal Cup bias there. I'll admit it.
Good old scrubs.
All right. Well, I feel like, Ray, that we gave Carew and Sandberg their publicity and gave them a shot. I think a lot of people would have them in their top 5.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, and Jeff Kent, Craig Biggio, Jackie Robinson, they were all good. Lou Whitaker, I looked at him a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
He had 5 All-Stars, 4 Silver Sluggers, 3 Gold Gloves, World Series. Not quite up to the other guys, but still a pretty good player.
Yeah. So that will leave our list at Rogers Hornsby, Joe Morgan, and Roberto Alomar as the 3 greatest second basemen of all time, which will end our second baseman portion of this episode and will lead us into trivia. So, Drew, are you ready?
I am.
All right.
Who is... Oh, wait. No, wait for you guys to get your boards.
I need a different marker. I can't get nothing to work with my markers. Nah, I've tried both these before.
Okay. Here's a red one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I got a shitty buy on Amazon. These are pretty shit. Because I've had about at least 4 myself die on me.
I don't know what's going on.
No,
Everybody has to have a
neither.
dumb board.
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
for it.
Who's the only player to win Rookie of the Year, a Cy Young, a Silver Slugger, and the World Series all in 1 year?
So can you list them again, please?
Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, Silver Slugger, World Series.
So he was a Cy Young and a Silver Slugger. He won Rookie of the Year and a World Series.
Yep, all in the same year.
They won a World Series and made it to a
Does
World
Mike-
Series.
They won it.
Just my created player, and it will be the show.
No, my guy not hitting.
Oh my
Interesting.
gosh.
I know. When I saw it, I was like, oh. Wait, okay. I don't want to say it. I don't want to give it away.
I don't even know.
And a Silver Slugger.
I know. That's what got me when I saw it. Like, I have to ask this. A pitcher that won the Silver Slugger and the Cy Young. And his rookie year. It's just crazy.
Do they give out like silver
Rookie?
sluggers to pitchers, like even now?
Yeah,
for like,
I think so. I mean,
like
is
being the
the
best
Silver
batter?
Slugger the best at every position?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
So it just means he would have been the best pitcher.
maybe
hitting-wise.
we might be misthinking about this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, your mind flashes to Ohtani, but he's never even sniffed the playoffs.
Right.
No,
Um,
close.
You know,
When you think
and
Babe Ruth.
and then Babe
but
Ruth,
there's-
yeah.
They didn't have Silver
They didn't have
Sluggers.
Silver
back then.
Sluggers back then, so
Dang.
there's nobody else that did both. So you're having to go with a guy that actually pitched. So he was Rookie of the Year. Did you say Cy Young?
Yep, Cy Young.
So Rookie of the Year and Cy Young. He also was the best hitting pitcher and won the World Series.
What the
I've
shit,
got a
dude?
guess, but I don't think it's right.
Holy cow! I can't even think of a rookie pitcher.
Every
that
time
won
I
the
get
Cy
someone to
Young.
match a couple of those, one of the other parts of the criteria throws me off. And I'm like, no, that won't
I know,
work.
and the rookie part's killing me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't, because I
A
just had
rookie
someone I
Cy
really.
Young. Ugh. I mean, Drew, this is a good question.
This is a very good question. Yeah.
I don't,
All right.
I don't,
No, I don't even know when they started giving out Silver Sluggers.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I've got it pulled up on my phone too, on like his baseball reference page, and it says at the end each one. I'll show Alex after this.
All right, I can't. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to spell the guy's name, so I'll say it out loud.
All right. I got an answer.
Yeah.
Is that everybody?
Yep.
All right, I said Palmer.
Okay.
Fernando Venezuela guy or whatever.
Okay.
I said Madison Bumgarner.
Okay.
I said Tom Glavine.
Wade, you got it right. It's Fernando.
Venezuela.
Yeah.
Good job, Wade.
It's Wade's first point.
Fuck baseball.
Oh, here we go.
And he
I forgot about old Fernando till you said that. I think
and
Wade's
he
right.
never won a Cy Young again.
Well, I was thinking when you said Madison Bumgarner, I was like, ooh, all those Giants.
Yeah,
World Series.
yeah, I did too.
I
when
don't
when you
think
said
he was a rookie though.
yeah. Well, by the way, did you guys see that? Speaking of the Giants pitchers, did you see Tim Lincecum's wife died the other day?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
I never heard why. Like it was a car accident, or she had got sick, or what. I just heard that the Giants like put out like a thing that's saying we're so sorry to hear about the passing of Tim Lincecum's wife. But when I first read it, I misread it, and I thought I saw the passing of Tim Lincecum, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What?
Yeah.
He's like 40. Like what? Like, but I mean, his wife is like, well,
Right.
she's, the thing is that she was like 44 years old or something like that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't remember what it was either.
Yeah, that's sad.
Well, the GM for the Diamondbacks, his wife just died like a couple weeks ago. She was like 45 years old. She got some disease. It might have been some rare version of cancer or something.
No,
and she
I missed
died.
that. I guess I just missed it.
that.
All right. Well, I guess who's ready for the next question?
You or me, Ray?
I'll go
Or
ahead.
was Wade ready?
I'm not quite ready. I'm close, but not
All right.
quite.
Oh, I got one ready if you want me to go.
All
Sure.
right. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Sticking with the second base theme. What is the most errors in a single 9-inning game by a second baseman? And it's actually happened 3 times.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to write down a number.
Say that again.
Most errors in a 9-inning game, not an
Mhm.
extra inning,
Okay.
just a 9-inning game by a second baseman.
Okay. Like, at what point would the manager just yank him out? Like,
Guy, how many? Well, how many he could do in an inning?
maybe. Like, I don't.
So you asking for the number or the player?
The number.
Okay.
Every time I start to think of a number so high, I'm like, who would keep him in at this point?
Yeah, I don't want to go too high, but I don't want to put a really low one because I'm like, that's
Like, I'm sure there's been someone just having one hell of a bad game.
that not be.
This is 3 guys.
Poor
I just have
bastard.
to write a random number down.
All right. By the way, my marker works. That's good.
I wrote a number down. I don't know.
Probably his dog
I have a
died.
number
His
written
wife
down here.
divorced him like a week
dog
before.
That is one of those days when like, there's been times I'm at like practice, like, well, it used to be at high school and junior high, like someone's like down and the coach is like, did your dog die or something? Like, why he says that? This got to be one of those days where it's,
Oh, yeah.
if
All
this
right.
is double digits, this is gonna be.
I got a
bad.
guess.
I did
Yeah.
too.
All right.
And then like his PED guy didn't come through. So I bet he's really.
We all
mad.
ready?
All right, what you guys got?
Good 5.
I put 11.
I put 7.
That's exactly what I put as 7.
It's 5, Drew.
Ooh.
Drew is having a hot streak. Charlie Hickman, Nap Lajolie, and Andy Leonard are the 3 guys. Not sure who they are, but 5 errors in a game.
Wow.
Wow.
Sad times.
That's insane. Totally insane.
All right. Well, who would like to go next?
I'll go ahead since I got it pulled up. All right. Brett Beatty became the 5th Mets player to homer in his first career at bat. Who was the last to do it before him?
Say that again.
Brett Beatty became the 5th Mets player to homer in his first career at bat. Who was the last to do it?
Who was the last to do it? Okay. All right.
I got a Met.
Yeah.
No.
I have a Met.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one.
All right, I got one.
I got one.
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
I put David Wright.
I also put David Wright.
Let's put Mike Piazza.
I said Darryl Strawberry.
Okay, the answer I have is Mike Jacobs
Okay.
on August 21st, 2005.
Fair enough.
Okay.
How does that leave?
I haven't gone.
All right. Well, Willard, you got it?
Yeah. Well, I was unprepared, so I just made this real simple. I just looked up an active all-star player, and I'm gonna have you tell me his number. What's Salvador Perez's number?
I have no idea. I mean, I know Salvador Perez, and he's a...
Maybe I'll make this into a every night baseball thing.
Let's not start asking active MLB nut players. I don't
Yeah,
watch
that's
enough around the
that
league
number.
to know.
All right, I got an answer. I mean, nobody's watching the Royals right now. They've been total
Royals
dog
are
crap
terrible.
for like 2-3 years.
I got to guess.
He randomly hit like 48 home runs last year out of nowhere.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
I got a number.
Yeah, we'll go this way.
All right. I put 35.
41.
23.
And 43.
Yeah, it's 13.
13.
You got the 3 right.
My
Yeah,
lucky
yeah.
number.
I got the one. I put a 1.
All right. That leaves me, correct? All right. What Major League Baseball player holds the record for most consecutive games with a strikeout?
Ooh.
Which, by the way, is 37.
I think this was happening when I was alive, but who was it?
When I was alive.
I know.
Yeah, baseball's been around for like 140 years or something. So it's kinda,
Like, is it the pitcher striking out the batter or is it the batter striking out?
I think you're talking about the batter.
That's the
striking.
batter. 'Cause
Batter.
Oh,
I think I got my answer.
I do remember this. Who was it? Oh, this was definitely. I think this was while I was alive.
It was Fred Sanford.
Fred Sanford.
Drew's like, who is that?
Who's Fred?
Everybody else in the room knew, right?
I'm coming to get you, Elizabeth.
Okay, I think I know.
Oh, man.
I hope you don't, by the way.
I hope I do. All right.
I don't know.
Is that everybody or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, what you got?
Chris Davis.
I put Aaron Judge.
I said Dave Kingman.
I don't know.
Correct answer is Aaron Judge.
Let's go.
Oh, shit.
That's no way.
He did it his rookie season.
Yes, I remember it.
Wow.
They were talking about, like, even though he struck out all those days in a row, he was still in contention for, like, MVP and all that.
That's
But
insane.
yeah. It was like this guy I follow on Snapchat for, like, sports stuff, and, like, he kept every day, because he's a big Orioles fan, he'd post every day, Aaron Judge strikeouts again. It was hilarious.
All right. The tallies after this week are as follows. In first place is Drew with 5.
Go Drew.
And second place is Uncle Doug with 2. Tied for third is Alex and Wade with 1.
I'm on the board.
And Ray remains scoreless. And we haven't had a guest yet for baseball.
Yeah, we have.
Thank God. Because
Oh,
Oh, no,
everybody
not for a
passed.
point. I thought you were talking about how we had one on. Because Brock came.
Oh, Brock was
Oh,
on
yeah.
that episode,
He
wasn't
didn't get one. I don't think he did.
No, he
Did-
didn't.
He was on first base, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was here.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember that. My bad. I guess that was just
last week.
That was just last week. All right, fair enough. All right. Well, we appreciate you tuning in for our second basement episode, and we would appreciate you tuning in next week for our third basement episode, making our way around the diamond. And thanks for listening to Sports the NEMO Way.